can walk again.
Because of you, I feel amazing.
Giving equals living. Give plasma. Replenish the supply. Make an appointment to give today by visiting hhs.gov/giveplasma. This message is brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Every year across America, a staggering 4.2 million youth are homeless or trafficked. Covenant House is the national leader providing safe housing for youth, 50 years strong. Help us fight youth homelessness. Go to covenanthouse.org.
This hour of Buzz Sports Radio is powered by Ritchie Law Firm, injury lawyers. Ritchie Law is on top of it. Go to ritchielaw.com.
That's ritchielaw.com.
Your home for the dark.
Good morning, I'm meteorologist Elizabeth Gardner. We have a frost advisory in effect until around 9 o'clock. Temperatures are dipping into the 30s in a lot of places. This is not going to be a hard freeze, just some patchy frost. Our afternoon high, similar to yesterday, in the mid-60s under mostly sunny skies and breezy, so we do have high fire danger again. It won't be as cold tonight, temperature around 47, and then a big warm-up for tomorrow, a high of 80 degrees under mostly sunny skies.
The Sports Shop is presented by Alsco Linen and Uniform Rental Service. Alsco's first aid service is great for office buildings, restaurants, automotive facilities, or anywhere emergencies can happen. Call Alsco today at 919-828-7491 or visit alsco.com. Again, that's alsco.com to learn more about what they can provide for your business.
Top of the morning to you. It's Throwback Thursday. It's also become Funny Thursday. You're listening to the Sports Shop with Reese, Kmac. I am Tam Thompson Smith, the firm, and it's a little cold outside, but we're getting ready to heat it up in here. You're listening to us on 99.9 HD2, 620 AM and 104.5. And we start off a little like this. I found that love provides a key, unlocks the heart and souls of you and me. Love will learn to sing your song, yeah. Love is written in stone. Every man I meet, walk in time. Free to wonder past his conscious mind. Love will come and take you home, yeah. Written in stone. You're listening to Pam Thompson Smith, and yes, it is the Sports Shop with Reese and Kmac. Good morning, A. How are you?
Doing well, feeling good.
Feeling good. It's a little chilly outside for it to be springtime.
A little bit.
A little frost on the ground. Well, I'm excited. You know, on Thursdays we laugh. We do a lot of things on Thursday. We throw it back, and lately we've been laughing out loud on Thursday. So I got Big Vino in the house with me this morning for a little bit.
Hey, what up, though, folks? How you feeling this morning?
Good morning. How are you?
You're right. It is absolutely chilly outside.
It's very,
frigid.
very chilly outside.
I don't know what happened. I'm a spring baby, so I don't like this stuff. A little too cold.
I know. It's cold. But you know what? It's March Madness. So with madness, you don't know. It can be cold. It can be hot. So I guess the weather is just playing along, with the March Madness on today.
Man, the madness is spreading. It is spreading.
So how you doing? How are you doing on your teams? Tonight starts the Sweet 16.
Well, I had Duke.
Okay.
I have either Duke or Florida taking it all, so I'm still in there.
You still in there? That's good.
I'm gonna be really, really honest with you. The tournament has been very boring, as chalky as it's been. It's been quite boring. A little too chalky for me. I need a few more upsets.
We're hearing a lot, people saying that it's boring. I think I think one of my fun facts today, as a matter of fact, this is a good way into that this has been the first time since 2007 that the Sweet 16 didn't have any teams higher than 10. So, that means there's no Cinderellas.
There's no, technically Arkansas is somewhat like, does Cinderella start at 11 or? I think it starts
if that's
at 11.
a Cinderella, then that's why it's
technically,
boring.
okay, I get it, because Cinderella had to be out the ball by midnight, so you got to be 11 or.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go. Exactly. So, but so should it be boring or should it just be great basketball? Because now that means that the matchups that we're seeing are some of the best in college basketball.
Well,
so why are we considering that boring? Is the question I have.
I think it's boring because there is no traditionally good basketball. It's just power schools stacking the deck with elite players and winning. It's no small school that put it together, that followed the game plan, listened to the coach, rallied behind the schools. I need a Rudy for somebody to rally behind. I need a little radio. I need a little autistic boy coming number 12 man on the bench and just say, you know what, Johnny, go in there, throw some threes, get us back in this. Please, I need that. I need that story. I need him to just come in and just start, woof, and that makes basketball intriguing.
That's true.
Those are the stories, because that's what we're looking for, that one shining moment.
Right. And we always, sometimes you want to cheer, like you hope to cheer for the underdog, right? Which is that Cinderella type team.
I want to
and
cheer
we don't
for
have that.
I want to cheer for that person that this is it for them. There's no NBA glory. This is it, guys, okay? Once you graduate, that 3.7 you graduate with, that's all you're going to have. You're going into a mortgage and an unhappy marriage, okay? Get it now. Get the adulation you can get right now.
And I think, like last year, we were able to get behind NC State, and they even had, the theme, why not us, and that was great. That was fun.
Mm-hmm.
Now you just get behind your favorite,
just go behind
best
the
team
chalk,
of the
just go.
in the NCAA.
It's Duke, Florida. That's it. Duke and Florida.
That's it for you?
That's it. The Duke and Florida. It's probably going to play out differently. I'm still kind of shook over the Cooper Flag thing.
Right.
But the defense can hold up. Mm-hmm. Maybe he makes an appearance in the Final Four. If they can get through this weekend, they still got a shot.
So who do you have with? I know you mentioned Arkansas over. Do you have them defeating Texas Tech? You think that they will do that? That's our late nightcap tonight.
That's a hard one. Oh man, you see, with those types of games, you that's what makes it exciting. This is why that's the exciting game, because we don't know.
We'll go with you. We'll say Arkansas is
We're gonna say
Cinderella.
Arkansas. We're gonna say Arkansas is the Cinderella. We like to see them. I always want the lowest seed to just keep on dancing. That's what I really want. I want the lowest seed to be there. And if you go out in the championship game, cool. You shouldn't have even been there. But if you win. One shining moment.
One shining moment. So, do you still, I know you talked about it a little bit yesterday, do you still feel it's boring, or is this great basketball? This is what March Madness is about. The top teams in the NCAA in the Sweet 16 headed to the Final Four.
It's tough. I know it's a tough question, because I know March Madness is about the madness. It's about the unseen, what you didn't expect. So I don't have a problem with it. But it would have been cool to see like a 16 seed or a 14 seed going crazy. But, if the best players are playing, the best teams are playing, that's kind of what we asked for too. So it is what it is.
That's right. That is what we asked for.
A 16 seed is optimistic, though. That is – I would have loved to have seen Norfolk State go there. But –
that would have been fun. Well, for the triangle in the ACC, we have one team remaining. That's your team, Duke.
Blue Devils.
Yeah, Duke Blue Devils. And so tonight they are taking on the Arizona Wildcats. Now, they've played them earlier in the year. But, when it comes tournament time, that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. One of the things that we love about this game is the matchup with former UNC Tar Heel Caleb Love, who's playing for Arizona, who really plays well against Duke. He really plays well
to the occasion,
against Duke. Yeah. So let's hear from John Shire on Caleb Love and any challenges there.
earlier game. What challenges does he present defensively, and could he be a big factor in this game?
Well, sure. I mean, he's their leading scorer and leads them in assists. I mean, he's obviously a key player for them. The thing that he does, he can shoot shots at any time and he can hit shots at any time. And, I think he's an improved passer, somebody that's not afraid. He's a really good player. And so that challenge is there for our guys, but they have challenges way beyond him. I mean, they put 5 guys on the floor that can all score and hurt you. But he's had a really good year, and it's going to be a tough matchup.
And that's true. He talked about, the growth in Caleb. He's also, he's definitely a great shooter. He's an improved passer. But it's not just Caleb Love. What he was saying was any of the 5 that they put out there.
It's a
they can
good
shoot.
team.
Right. They definitely can shoot. So let's hear more on Josh Shire from Duke's game against Arizona earlier in the season, which was in November.
Having played them, does that game, back in the 22nd of November, does it have any relevance at this point?
I'm not sure how much it means, to be honest. I think watching that game back, I'm sure Tommy would say the same. I mean, we're very different, so are they. Different personnel. The game was slow. I think both teams are playing a lot faster. But naturally, there's still some things you can take away. But overall, I think we're 2 very different teams playing a lot more confidently. The cohesiveness of both groups is different. But I think the thing that's similar, anytime Duke and Arizona play, you have 2 proud programs, 2 teams that both expect to win, and it's going to be a physical, really tough game.
He talks about how physical this game is going to be. But yeah, we can't discount November, but both teams have developed a whole lot between November and now. It's definitely much faster pace than they were playing in November.
Yeah, you're in a better groove. You've gelled with the team, and those teams are prime. I mean, I see a battle. I'm definitely taking the over.
Okay.
I'm going to take the over, although I do expect Duke's defense to close it out at the end. I do see a lot of points being scored tonight.
Right. And one good thing for Duke is it hasn't been confirmed yet, but Shire talked about possibly they will have Malik Brown back.
Okay.
And so that's a great defensive weapon. He's not a big scorer, but he's big on defense. And
I'm
he's
definitely
6'9".
going to lock it in. I'm going to lock it in now. Duke by 7.
Duke by 7.
Trust me, when I make these kind of picks, I'm always good.
Put it down. Okay, well, someone else may differ with you, and that's Caleb Love. Let's hear from him on being ready for Duke.
You know them very well from your time in North Carolina. Duke, how do you beat them?
Hey, I just say, hey, we got to go back. We got to watch film. We got to get ready for them, and we're gonna enjoy this win. But we'll be ready for them when it's time. We'll be ready for them when it's time.
I like that.
So Caleb, you say that you're ready for Duke, and you always get up for Duke. But what's led to the success you've had when you've been able to play Duke both for Carolina and Arizona?
Me not being afraid of the moment, and me trying to. Impose my will, like my, kind of like St. Louis swagger to the game, and I'm me being from St. Louis, I'm not afraid of anything, anybody, and so I think just me, like channeling that my inner St. Louis in me, but this Duke team does, they're physical, they're long, they're athletic and things like that, so we had to play kind of mind games and things like that to. Create advantages for ourselves and on both ends of the floor. Like Trey said, we got to match the physicality of the game, and I think we'll have success if we do that.
So he's been successful, one, because he carries St. Louis swagger.
Man, look.
Which means he is not afraid of anything or anybody, not the St. Louis. Have you heard of the St. Louis swagger before?
I have. I know a few of the St. Lunatics. And now I'm kind of inclined to flip-flop because I hear the intensity, because when he said I'll be ready. And then whenever a person references the city that's in them,
right,
It's a dangerous person. That person's coming in with intensity. He said, I'm going to enforce my will.
That's
you
right.
know what? Arizona by 2. Flip-flop. Complete flip-flop. Arizona by 2. I'm sorry, Duke.
Taking
I'm sorry.
Reese's role today.
I was gonna say we need to switch seats because this is the flip flop seat right here. with Reese with an S, and yes, I know you're listening.
Hey, Reese, I'm gonna take your flip-flop position today.
So speaking of St. Louis, you're a funny man, Vino. Have you had any experience on stage in St. Louis?
No, I was supposed to be in St. Louis in early April. I had a scheduling conflict, can't make it, but I will be in St. Louis. I got a lot of love for St. Louis. I used to run around the country and talk to different people, and I got a lot of love in St. Louis. A lot of people really
You
mess with
better
me in
love
St.
them
Louis.
because as Caleb said,
yeah.
they got you can't just jump on them now.
you can't.
The heckler's gonna be.
Shout out U City. Shout! I see y'all out there. I got a lot of friends in comedy from St. Louis. So, matter of fact, my podcast partner Victoria said she'll kill me if I don't say her name. Shout out Victoria said in St. Louis. She talks about it all the time. She tells me about their chicken wings. I don't know if the chicken wings are
No,
good.
okay.
I didn't know St. Louis had chicken wings. I like to go to cities and see what foods they have, and then I'll judge them.
And then that's how you judge them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What's their signature food? Like, people don't know this, but Cleveland is very famous for their pastrami, their corned beef, things like that, deli meats, smoked meats, delicious. St. Louis, apparently the wings.
Okay, I've been to St. Louis, but I don't know that I had wings.
I didn't
I'll have
know
to try
either.
them when I go back.
Exactly, we gotta go.
So
try
you're
it.
here a lot in
Yes.
Raleigh, and that's why we're able to have you in for some funny on Thursday. What's your favorite go-to restaurant or meal here in Raleigh? What do you think we're known for? Uh-oh.
almost said something wrong there. No, to be honest, I'm kind of hurt. I'm heartbroken because I like 42nd Street Oyster Bar. That was a good spot for me, and now they're closing. We gotta sign a petition or something, get that spot.
You only
back
got
over.
a few days left.
I know. I think I might slide out there on the way out today. I might go out there because I like oysters, and
the
that was like a
lines have been wrapped all around.
Really? Has it?
Yes,
It's
yes.
been crazy out
It's
there?
been really crazy. So I think it closes over the weekend or Monday or something like that. So it's only just a few days left.
It's so hard to say goodbye.
To yesterday. Wow.
To Oyster Bar. Ooh.
Okay, I can't.
This is why I don't sing during the intro, y'all, because I can't really do it.
Yeah, I just noticed that. Ba-boom, one for me, right? So we were talking yesterday a little bit. We have just a little bit of time left. We were talking about the transfer portal.
Mm-hmm.
And that has created a lot of parody while we're saying that it's boring now. But let's hear from one of my favorites, Dick Vitale, on the opening of the transfer portal right now during March Madness because it opened Monday.
It's all Chalk City, and it's all due. You know why? The NIL, man. The schools that are paying big-time cash. It's all about that, and we got chaos going on. I'll share this with you, Pat, you and your guys. They just opened up the transfer portal, which I think is a joke. I think it's absurd to have the transfer portal during the heart of March Madness. I think that's crazy. It's ludicrous. You ready for this? Only one day. About 1,000 kids are in the portal. 1,000. Yeah. It is total wacky what's going on. Because the question is, right away, the question is very simple. When the kids talk to some coach about transfer, what about my cash, man? How much am I getting? Yeah. Did you ever think you'd see this path going on? It's a better free agency than the pros have because in this case, you're free. At least in the pros, you got a contract.
Wow, he said it's better free agency than we have in the pros.
Yes,
because in the pros they have a contract.
Mm-hmm. I first of all, I want to say, angry Dick Vitale. I don't think I like angry Dick. I like diaper dandy Dick Vitale.
Oh my God!
I don't like him when he's this serious. When he's
turned up.
He's
on
intense, man. I think he means what he says.
Yeah, it's a very, very big topic right now. What you got for me, A? All right, so we have behind you, Vino, is our QR codes. And so we want everyone to please scan our QR codes. You can find out more about us on one, scan and enjoy. And then on the other, we want you to join our team. We have some of our teammates and co-hosts out there now. Randall, Ronald, Kendrick, James. We want you to be like them. We want you to be able to watch us, our streaming on YouTube, as well as, you know what? When you're here in town at Charlie Goodnight's, things like that, we're going to have big tickets, and that's how you're able to win tickets on the Sports Shop. So make sure we got to
scan these
QR codes for more from the Sports Shop with Reese and Kmac, and we'll be back.
You're listening to The Sports Shop with Reese and Kmac, presented by Alsco Linen and Uniform Rental Services. Alsco, the worldwide leader in linen and uniform rental services for restaurants, healthcare, the automotive industry, and industrial facilities.
Do you ever go to the Carolina Hurricanes games and find yourself thinking, what do the players eat before the game? What are their pregame rituals? What kind of music gets them pumped up ahead of the game? How sacred is the game day nap? What's the postgame mood on the team plane? Check out my new podcast, Iced Tea, with me, Megan LaMontagne. I get to talk to people who spill the tea on the Carolina Hurricanes. Listen to Iced Tea in any podcast app or watch the show on the Fan YouTube channel.
Hey Charlotte, are you ready for the ultimate food experience? Then you need to head over to Dame's Chicken and Waffles with locations in Durham, Cary, and Greensboro. Dame is where you will find award-winning chicken and the most unique waffle flavors around.
Whether you're planning a private party, public event, or corporate gathering, Dame's has your catering needs covered. We offer catering for any and all occasions. Imagine your next event with our delicious chicken and waffles. Your guests will be talking about it for weeks.
Join us on Thursdays for live music that perfectly complements your dining experience. It's the perfect way to enjoy a great meal and some great tunes.
Don't forget to visit our website at damechickenandwaffles.com. That's damechickenandwaffles.com. And follow us on social media for the latest updates, special offers, and mouth-watering photos of our dishes. Come on, get smeared by the best.
Dame's Chicken and Waffles, where great food and great times meet. See you soon, Charlotte.
Pam Thompson-Smith, and we are with Dr. Stroman. So tell us, Dr. Stroman, what are you up to in the new year?
I'm excited. I'm fired up about Race Realities Costa, as in I am encouraging men of color to go to Costa Rica for a leadership immersion like no other. Well, it starts with thinking about your purpose and where you're going, where you've been, but also being in a space where men are learning and sharing with one another. Everything from faith to family to business to relationship to money, all of those things. I think going to Costa Rica, the magical place of healing, because we are going to have some fun now, but I just have amazing facilitators, licensed therapists, leaders in their professions, and we're going to guide and we're going to coach. I'm encouraging everyone to go to racerealities.com to check us out. We've got 2 retreats this year in May and in October. Yes, let's do it. Lead, liberate, and love.
This hour of Buzz Sports Radio is powered by Ritchie Law Firm, injury lawyers. Ritchie Law is on top of it. Go to ritchielaw.com.
That's ritchielaw.com.
Are they ready? Are you ready? Giving your child their first phone is an important and often difficult decision. After all, it is a milestone in your child's development. The Phone Ready quiz from the American Academy of Pediatrics can help make this decision easier. Go to healthychildren.org/Phone Ready quiz to take a short questionnaire developed by pediatricians that'll help you decide if you and your child are ready, almost ready, or not yet ready for their first phone. And get tips about how your child can develop a healthy relationship with technology. So, are they ready? Almost ready or not yet ready? What about you? Go to healthychildren.org/Phone Ready quiz today. Just 10 short questions can help you find out. That's healthychildren.org/Phone Ready quiz.
The future depends on teachers. Every day, teachers are shaping our tomorrows, starting their students on journeys that will change the course of history. Right now, in a classroom somewhere in the United States, there's a teacher inspiring a future scientist who will make preventing pandemics their life's work, sharpening the mind of an aspiring environmentalist who will help combat climate change, and generating possibilities for a student who will be the first in their family to graduate college. It all starts with teachers who meet challenges with creativity, who reinvent education for the future, who work towards a school system that lifts up every child, regardless of race, income, or zip code, and to enable the full potential of our students, our communities, and our country. Explore a career that leaves a legacy you can be proud of. Shape the future. Teach. Learn more and receive free support at teach.org.
If you are among the 6 million Americans living with Alzheimer's or care for someone with Alzheimer's or dementia, there is free help and support available 24/7. Visit alz.org or call 800-272-3900.
Reese and Kmac, covering sports the way real fans talk about it. The Sports Shop on Buzz Sports Radio.
That's fine. Could you walk and talk at the same time? And it's my name that's on that tag. So remove your bags, let me call you a cab. Standing in the front yard, telling me how I'm such a fool. Talking about I'll never ever find a man like you. You got me twisted.
You must not know about me.
You must not know about me. I could have another you in a minute. Matter of fact, he'll be here in a minute.
60 seconds, that's all I need.
That's what Elliot Cadeau said. You must not know about me, bro. I can have another school in a minute.
In a minute.
Shout out to all the portal babies. all the kids that's in the portal yesterday.
What Nick Val said, over 1,000.
1,000 one day. It's okay. I mean, what is there, like 700,000, student athletes?
Yeah.
I mean, you got 1,000, okay. I mean, that's a little haircut. You know what I mean? That's just a little haircut. That don't mean nothing.
That could have just been a couple of field hockey teams.
Right, All I know is I'm not seeing one program yet say, oh my God, we're going to collapse because this guy transferred. Nobody's saying that.
You're right.
Nobody's saying that. L.A. Cadeau put his name in the hat, and y'all still have Taco Tuesday. Ain't nothing changed at Carolina. Nobody protests. Nobody standing outside. Nobody crying.
No.
Nothing happened.
Mm-mm.
Nothing.
Not one thing.
Jalen Milroe put his name in the hat, said he was going at Alabama, and everybody said, oh, okay. All right, dog.
Nobody was even late to class that week.
Hey, look, you need me to take that lease over? If you leaving? No, I mean, come on.
You gonna use your rest of your lunch credits in the quad?
Right.
Can I borrow them?
Yeah.
Since you out.
I don't even think we mentioned, but one time, and I haven't seen it much at all, that Jalen Washington went into the portal.
Again.
Really?
Yeah.
Again.
Nobody cares.
But his girlfriend. She's the only one. She probably already left.
I think that's what they're doing now. They're entering the transfer portal to leave their girlfriends.
Or follow. Either way, you leaving.
Right.
That's all. It doesn't. I mean, come on. Everybody's mad. Oh, the portal is killing. It's killing football. It's killing basketball.
I think it's killing the old.
You got to work a little bit.
Yeah, the superiority complex of the coaches. You have to respect your players now. You have to make them feel wanted. You can't sit there and, know.
I mean,
I got a coach, and I still got to court you, romance you the whole season long, keep you happy.
Yeah. If I force you to work for me for less than what you should be getting paid, and there's no contract involved, there's a word for that. There's a word for that.
It definitely is.
There's a word for that.
Yeah.
But guess what? If there's a contract involved, or you're being fairly compensated, and you're free to move about, that's okay. That's free. That's free trade. I mean, that's okay.
Yeah, that's right.
So there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. There's a word for people who don't like that kind of equality.
Well, some people call them coaches. I'm just saying. But no, I mean, but I am not a fan of in the middle of March Madness you open up the portal.
That's a little wild.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? Wait a minute. What is going on?
I totally agree.
Like now? Like that?
Yeah, you're in the Elite Eight, and you're like, you ain't gonna be. Is you gonna be here next game? Are you?
Right. I think we were talking about yesterday. I think it's Michigan that has a player in there, and they're still. Or
Yeah,
they
Michigan
were still
State.
Playing.
Yeah, Michigan. I mean,
State.
But it's just like that's not. I mean, but it's unfair to the players, unfair to the coach. Like that's just a mechanism that could be changed that could help this whole thing, right? Like we could just shut that down now. Like, wait a minute. Yeah. There's no need to be trying to do it all in the middle.
Right.
And we should have tampering laws or rules or whatever.
Okay.
Now my question is this, because is the transfer portal open for all sports or just basketball right now, football?
From my understanding, it was all sports.
Okay, so I now understand why it's in the middle of March Madness.
Because football.
It's all sports, okay.
Right.
Because there is a hierarchy in college sports. There's football, basketball.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 more weeks would make a big difference.
Yeah, when you got spring
spring training starts.
So that's what we talked about on Good Morning Game Day with one of the coaches early in late last year. He was like, man, I don't know anything until April, after April. I said, what are you talking about? You signed this kid,
Right.
He said, that don't mean nothing.
Change your mind.
He said he can go through the whole, get him in early. He starts that semester in January. He's in school. He's doing everything. I mean, he's in class, right? He's lifting weights. He's in the weight program. He's doing the nutrition. He's doing all of the stuff, working with the coaches, whatever's allowed. Go through spring ball. And that spring ball said, man, you know what? Man, old boy from Tennessee called me back. I think he came over with a couple extra dollars. So, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and take that Tennessee. First of all, my grandma stayed there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? So,
I wouldn't like how this jersey look on me anyway.
Right. And I went to a couple of classes, and, a couple of them gave me the side eye. So, I don't think this kind of school for me anyway, Coach. I think it's not a good fit.
The old girl I was hollering at orientation, she ain't really feeling me no more, so
So the whole orientation thing fell apart.
Yeah.
And now I got to go somewhere else.
Yeah, that's always the thing. That's how they get you. They show you the prettiest girl during orientation. She's into you. She really likes you, you think.
Oh my God, that is so.
It's a setup.
It's all a setup.
That is so true. It's actually sad. it's like, yeah, man. I mean, a girl in orientation. Oh, you mean just everybody knows Jessica.
Yeah, everybody. She's the welcoming wagon.
She's good to go.
That's hilarious.
Look. Now, if they transfer it, you don't get your money. Just let you know you don't get your money. But I get it. The portal's hurt. But that is a lot of kids jumping in. Some of them is just a formality. They put their name in the hat. They're doing what their agents or their handlers are telling them to do. Some of them really think they're going somewhere. Some of them are like, hey, man, I'm going to give it a shot. Oh, boy, last year, he slipped up on $500K. You know what I mean? He slipped up on $500K. And look, and he get to go finish out his master's.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm going to go ahead and see if I got a shot.
And he got a Subway deal.
Right.
You know
And
what I
let's
mean?
not just
He's
penalize
fresh.
the players, because coaches in the middle of March Madness, they're leaving too.
Now that whole Will Wade thing was.
There you go.
Now, you actually coaching.
You're still in it.
That's
you are actually coach. You're a real life on TV coaching, and we're looking at you like, dang.
You're not gonna be here tomorrow.
And meeting with AD after the game, before.
But all of a sudden, nobody says anything because you're like, hey, look, man, McNeese, NC State. I mean, the checks don't equal up. I mean, I'm not mad at him.
Right.
But then he comes out and gives this little press tour, I tell players, my job is to help you get to the next level. Just like my job is to get to. I said, yeah, of course you say that now because you look like you took the money. So now all of a sudden you want to be team transfer.
Right.
Yeah, you team transfer. Hey, everybody. I'm cool with it. Everybody can transfer.
Oh well, that's actually pretty good. Let's hear from Will Wade.
He said I'm team transfer.
If that's what he really said.
I was direct. I told him, hey, this is what I believe in NC State basketball. This is why I'm here, and here's what you're going to get if you choose to stay. And so, I mean, as y'all know, as you may not know, but I guess you'll find out. I mean, I'm a huge advocate of the player movement. I'm not against the transfer portal. I'm not against any of this stuff. So, I told someone, hey, you can put your name in the portal. We'll still meet. I've got some individual meetings tomorrow with a lot of the guys, and we'll still meet and you still want to come back, that's fine. I'm not one of those, once your name's in the portal, you can never come back. Like one of our best players at McNeese put his name in the portal when I got the job, came back, he was the 2-time Defensive Player of the Year in the Southland. What an idiot I'd be to just cast him off, right? It's just stupid. But so, I told him, hey, you put your name in the portal and we're still going to meet. So, look, we want guys who want to be at NC State. We want people that are excited about being at NC State, excited about what we're about to do and the road that we're getting ready to take. And whoever that is, we'll coach them and love them up and get them ready to compete at the top of the ACC.
All right, let's do it. Let's get ready to compete at the top of the ACC.
Right. So it's okay to exercise your options. You can come back. I mean, you can pull back.
Come on.
He sounds like an indecisive boyfriend breaking up. I'm gonna just be honest. He said, I'm not saying you gotta go. You can put. Let's just test the water. Let's see what. let's see what's out there for us.
Look, I'm equal opportunity. You try it out on your side. I try it on my side. Look, we come back in the middle of a couple of weeks and say, hey, what'd you find?
Yeah, some people get hurt during that process
yes,
in the middle.
I've heard a lot of hearts in that process.
I got a feeling the people he's looking for, it won't be no hurt on that.
So it'll be interesting to see and who he brings. Like even from
equal opportunity
from McNeese. Like, will some of those players now be a part of NC State?
But see, here's what we got to figure out what to do though.
Mm-hmm.
Let them all do all of that, but when you get here and you trash, I'm gonna cut you. See, that part we don't do.
No.
See, that part we don't do.
That's true. That's a good point.
Everybody can move around, hop on around, do what you got to do. You get here, you can't produce.
Gone.
I'm cutting you. You got to go. You want it to be a business? We'll make it a business. If that's what you want.
No slacking off.
You want to make it a business? I'll make you a business. Now what you do with your money is your money. Go ahead.
Right.
Do what you do.
Don't go to class. You're gone.
Bye. See you. Go on downtown and act the fool you want to. Have me come get you.
Don't make weight. You're gone.
Cut. See you. No, we don't want to do that. See, now we're being mean.
Yes.
Shame on us expecting someone to actually do what they said they were going to do.
Honor a contract.
Oh, my goodness. Hey, Tom, get me out of here.
Let's not forget 17
Let me get out of here.
18-year-old.
No.
19.
They signed the contract. This is part of becoming an adult.
Right.
You know how many credit cards they gave me my freshman year of college? I was completely unprepared for it.
And you still been punished.
Look, horrible.
You don't give
me a $1,500 credit limit at 18?
Dang.
Yeah, they gave me $1,500.
18?
And a duffel bag.
18?
18.
It is interesting they sign you up for that 38% interest credit card.
Man, look,
and then they give you a little baggie talking about congratulations.
Yeah.
Look.
I used to just put UNC student. That's all you had to put for
the
employment.
crazy part is they always mail it to your home. So your mama get your credit card. And she like, oh, rent paid this month. That's what she did.
Hey, Tom. Get me out of here.
Oh, God.
Get me out of this.
Hey there, Sports Shop listeners. It's time to step up our game for the Durham Public Schools Foundation. We're shining the spotlight on this incredible nonprofit dedicated to ensuring every student in DPS thrives thanks to the power of our united community. You can make a big play by donating or volunteering. Your support is a game changer our students need, helping to provide the resources and opportunities they deserve. Take action today by visiting bullcityschools.org. Whether you're giving a little or giving a lot, signing up to volunteer or spreading the word, you're making a difference. Together we can achieve amazing things for our students. Durham Public Schools Foundation and Sports Shop listeners, let's team up for our kids.
Big V, I don't know if you saw this, man. So look, LeBron was out yesterday making the rounds, running his mouth.
He definitely did.
I'm feeling some type of way now.
Uh-oh.
See, now, because I had started to calm down on the LeBron, you don't talk to me. He has officially got back into the media, into the ring on my level of, come on, bruh. Come on, man. You really looking like an old. We'll talk about that next on the Sports Show. Let's go.
You're listening to The Sports Shop with Reese and Kmac, presented by Alsco Linen and Uniform Rental Services. Alsco, the worldwide leader in linen and uniform rental services for restaurants, healthcare, the automotive industry, and industrial facilities.
We're in the middle of the madness. Corner three by Murray. It's good! Timeout, Clemson! From the first four to the national championship.
Blocked by Shoemate and stolen away by McNeese.
All the hoops action will be heard here.
McNeese with the upset. Let the March Madness begin.
The road to San Antonio is driven by Bailey's Fine Jewelry, Fairway Green, and First Horizon Bank. 99.9 The Fan, the Triangle Sports leader.
Quality healthcare rental services can raise the image of your entire facility. When you use top quality linens and uniforms from Alsco, you can be assured you will receive industry certified, hygienically clean, quality linens with every delivery, saving your facility money in the long run while enhancing your facility's professional reputation. Call 1-800-408-0208 or visit alsco.com. Again, that's ALSCO.com to learn more.
We all want more for North Carolina. More boundless views, more adventures in the outdoors, and more clean roads to get there. But to get more, we have to do less. Less littering, that is. Make it your nature to trash your trash and keep NC clean. And we'll all have more reasons to love North Carolina. Litter less, get more. For more on the 7 outdoor NC Leave No Trace principles, visit OutdoorNC.com. Sponsored by the North Carolina Association of Broadcasters and Visit North Carolina, a part of the Economic Development Partnership of North Carolina in cooperation with this station.
If you are interested in your student and student athlete receiving a scholarship to college, Prime Time Scouting is the company for you. This is Coach Ellis of Prime Time Scouting. We don't sell anything, we offer service. We are looking for those who are looking for us. Guaranteed scholarships with a money-back guarantee, internships, relationships with all the divisions, 3, 2, 1, NAIA, HBCUs, and so forth, and also prep schools, vetting the schools and coaches, academic aid, discounts on services like training, tutoring, and film, help with the transfer portal, and also it's a lifetime commitment. The Sports Shop, Reese and Kmac, plus Primetime Scouting 55. That is your promo code that lets us know they found you for us. We offer service. We don't sell anything. Let us help you.
Check out Coach Ellis and Primetime Scouting at primetimescouting.com.
T-Mobile home internet is all about speed, value.
What you doing, Zach?
Rehearsing, there are so many benefits. You got to talk fast.
T-Mobile home internet ranks #1 in customer satisfaction for home wireless internet by J.D. Power.
Wow, you are good.
Try singing it. T-Mobile has price lock.
They won't raise your rate on internet.
Hulu and Paramount Plus on them.
Get T-Mobile home internet all in for just $55 a month with auto pay and any postpaid voice line. Additional terms apply. For J.D. Power 2024 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards.
This is Kmac. You're tuned into the Sports Shop, where we go beyond the game and delve into the heart of what truly matters. It's time to talk about men's mental health. We're a community with a way of life that brings together family, friends, and fans to discuss the thrill of the big game. But life is about more than just sports. We recognize that every day men engage in various activities that form the fabric of their lives. Whether it's in the barbershop, the salon, or the cigar lounge, these are places where conversations flow freely, friendships are forged, and bonds are strengthened. Today, we want to remind all men out there that it's okay to talk about more than just the game. Your mental health matters. We understand that life can throw curveballs, and sometimes pressure can become overwhelming. It's important to remember that seeking help is a sign of strength and not weakness. If you or someone you know is struggling with their mental health, don't hesitate to reach out. There are resources available to provide support, guidance, and understanding. This is the Sports Shop, reminding you that your mental health is just as important as a game-winning touchdown or shot. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other. Your mental health matters. Let's go.
You're listening to The Sports Shop with Reese and Kmac, presented by Alsco Linen and Uniform Rental Services. Alsco, the worldwide leader in linen and uniform rental services for restaurants, healthcare, the automotive industry, and industrial facilities.
It's breaking my heart to watch you run around, 'cause I know that you're living a lie. But that's okay, baby, 'cause in time you will find. Goes around, goes around, goes around, goes way back around.
Welcome back. Welcome back to the Sports Shop. Sports Shop, Reese and Kmac.
That's nice.
Doing what we do. We going Justin Timberlake?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
impressed.
Just cause, just shout out to the portal or people that can't commit, or
It just says what goes around comes around.
AB sending messages with the music. They call
Sometimes.
They call that in church a message in a song.
Send them a message, hey. Send them a message.
Could you swipe me a chicken parmesan in the quad before you transfer, player? Can I get some of that?
You can leave me now. What goes around comes around.
Look, man, those is McNeesy credits. You can't use that at NC State.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You gotta let me hold on to that.
Yeah.
You got 2,500 in credits over here, man.
Woo.
Look,
That's the good plan.
You had extra money on your card.
That's
on your campus card.
That's the athletic plan. That's what the football players get.
Hey, look, man, if I get one of them Apple Pros, man. You might, man, let me get that laptop. Let me get that laptop from you. Let me get that.
Yeah,
let me get
the sign. Let me get your signing bonus.
Yeah, because they gonna give you a new one when you going.
Yeah.
You don't even have to worry about this. Let me hold that.
You don't even got to wipe all the stuff off of it. You don't got to wipe none of those pictures off of it. You got.
No, I keep that because I'm gonna take them too. I'm gonna take them too.
Y'all take it from.
We got the firm Pam Thompson-Smith. What up, Pamela?
Good morning.
Been out of trouble?
Yes, yes.
Man, we got tons of
Firm
trouble.
biz.
We got Big Vino in the house. What's up?
Hey, what up, though? Dealing out the funny on a cold morning in Raleigh.
It did get a little chilly this morning.
Yeah, I woke up. It said 37 degrees on my thermometer. I said, "Whoa."
I said, "What's going on out here?" I said, "What is all this?"
Spring, stop playing with it.
But this, it's North Carolina spring.
Man, look.
It's March Madness.
No,
The weather is mad.
North Carolina spring, until Easter hit,
Yeah.
you don't know what you're going to get.
Grandma would say that Easter snap.
Man, look, I can't wait. I got my pastel yellow suit ready for him.
Okay.
You rolling like that?
Mm-hmm. Pastel yellow with the brown shoes. Dang. Might do a pink tie.
Oh,
no.
my.
Dang. I think I'm going to go with the Obama suit this year.
Obama? Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the tan.
Really?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Obama
Was
tan.
he the first president to wear a tan suit?
Probably.
I would say yes.
Probably.
That's the kind of swag we bring to the office.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. H-Town, how we doing on poll questions, man?
So the poll question can be found on X, formerly known as Twitter, through Buzz Sports Radio, the Sports Shop 1. And the poll question, we're less than a month away from the NFL draft, but do you feel like this draft lacks star power, yes or no? And 100% of people are saying yes.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. So, I tell you what, I think CL's trying to get to us, so I'm going to text you his number real quick. But anyway, this LeBron thing.
Mm-hmm.
Pam, did you see it?
I didn't see it.
Did you see it?
I heard about it.
So I saw him on Pat McAfee.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to reserve. I'm going to try to reserve.
Okay.
Because people really think that I really do dislike
don't
LeBron.
let it run your blood
but I
pressure
don't.
up.
But I just don't. I don't like stuff he do.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you think, man?
He's a product of this new millennium, and I could tell just by your tone. And you were a traditionalist. You were a Jordan Barkley Ewing type guy. We keep these type of things internal. If we got beef, we're gonna handle it in the locker room.
Right, that's right.
I might get you kicked off the Olympic team or something, but we don't talk about it.
Okay. You didn't have to break that up, dog. You didn't have to break that up.
We don't talk about it.
Sometimes there's another ways to fix the problem.
Hey, look.
Kick you off the team.
Kick you off the team. Just kick you off the team. Look, he knows the rules. He did it to Delonte West.
So he's saying that that him and Michael Jordan, that is, they don't talk because he's still playing. Michael's jealous or something?
I mean, you don't want to inspire the person who's chasing your dream, chasing your record and legacy. And so I understand that. They come from a different time. Like, if we beat you and we got a rivalry, I don't shake your hand after the game. We got to keep that competitive edge. See, LeBron is in this new millennium where everybody's friends. Even if we just had a hard battle, a hard-fought series, we're going to go and hoop it up in the summer afterwards. No, Jordan didn't train with these guys. He didn't want to talk to you while we were being competitive. We're in competition mode.
Right.
We can laugh and smoke cigars when we're old and our knees crick every time we stand up. But right now,
well, that's probably where Jordan is.
That's where Jordan is. And he said, when you get here, LeBron,
His knees and everything.
he's like, LeBron, you got 5 good years left to chase my titles. I'm not going to give you no inspiration. I'm not going to give you no words of wisdom. Kobe was soft that way. Kobe was like, he was just for the Lakers. I'm about Jordan.
Right.
But but think about it, right? So we have to stop this era disrespect. Because you couldn't play in my era. He can't play in this era. The only reason that you got this because now you playing 82 games. We only play 62 games. I didn't have the 3-pointer. You had the 3-pointer. All of that goes along with it. But to somehow, say, well, LeBron is better than Jordan because, he accumulated more points. Come on now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's too far. Well, we get back to that, man. We got CL Brown on. We're going to talk a little hoops. I can't wait to talk to this guy.
Yes.
Man, what's going on, CL? How you doing, man?
Good morning.
What's the word, good people? I don't know why the man trying to hold me down this morning. I couldn't get through.
I know. I said, look, Pam, I thought about it. I said, Ellicott don't got the transfer portal. Did CL go to?
That's what I thought. He left us.
CL, did you jump ship? Did you jump ship late too?
Going to Alcorn State.
Pam told me yesterday she was going to midday.
Well, CL, that way I can still do both.
True.
Pam said she put her name in the portal for midday.
Midday, yeah. Has nothing to do with
She had that free agent like a mother. So I'm going to midday. Oh, man, we're talking with CL Brown. We're going to talk a little hoops with CL. CL, let's jump right into it, man. I know your bracket's shot just like everybody else's, but how the tournament looking so far to you? A lot of people don't like this chalk situation, but
I was going to say, speak for yourself. I went chalk.
Okay.
Hey, look, I am speaking for me, though. I did, too. I did, too.
And I did pick Arkansas.
You did pick Arkansas. Okay.
Yeah.
Because of Cal, or you just like the way that team was shaping up?
All of the above.
Yeah.
Because they were getting Boogie Flam back for the tournament, because they had been playing better. They learned how to play without him. Earlier in the year, they were too dependent on him for scoring. And then without him, they got a lot of different guys making contributions.
Yeah.
And they had, on paper, a good team with a lot of good athletes and, dare say, great athletes in some situations. And they had a lot of talent. They just didn't fit together initially. And so, and he also basically has Pitino's number right now. It's like, you remember the first Tyson Holyfield fight.
Yep.
Like, it's like everybody thought Tyson was going to win, but Holyfield just had some fights, some fighters. Somebody just got your number, and Calipari got Pitino right now. So, yeah, that's why I picked that. But and still a lot more chalk to come, I feel like, and I can't wait to see what Duke does tonight, what Caleb Love does against Duke, to see if his streak continues where he catches fire. But it's gonna be a tough matchup for him, I think, because Tyrese Proctor has the length to kind of slow him down. He's done a good job defensively when they've played head-to-head.
Yeah.
It's a lot different than when Jeremy Roach was guarding Caleb. That's when he was torching him. So
I was going to say, beating up on Jeremy Roach and Cooper Flagg and Knipple trying to chase you down. That's two different people.
Definitely.
Those two different people. That's Jeremy from this past weekend.
I was going to say, you got to see him this weekend in person.
Yeah, that's Jeremy from this past weekend. Like, hey, you know what? All right, maybe maybe I did leave for the right reason.
I still expect, though, in defense of Jeremy Roach, I do think they miss him in tight games because we haven't seen him play a tight game. That's the thing.
Right.
You know what's weird, though? You know what's weird?
We'll see what happens.
I actually think you're right in that sense, because I still think Proctor kind of disappears a little bit when it gets a little tight. I mean,
Yes.
Cooper, he's pushing or whatever, but I think Proctor kind of disappears. He doesn't take that, give me the ball situation. He doesn't take that give me the ball type attitude. But we'll see.
Yeah,
maybe he does.
He doesn't have that. To me, he doesn't have that give me the ball type attitude. Like it's more like he's trying to fit a role.
Yeah.
And he does a good job at fitting his role, but I think you have to have a point guard or facilitator in those close games closing out, instead of what we've seen, which is basically like give Cooper the ball and get out the way.
Right.
And Cooper hasn't been able to deliver in those situations. It's a small window, but Kentucky, Kansas, Clemson, the games that they lost, it all kind of fit a similar pattern down the stretch They needed a basket, and they're going to Cooper, and he's trying to create on his own.
See, I have one quick question before you go. You mentioned I was watching. I follow you before you go in a portal. I follow you. And Kentucky, Tennessee, and who do you have in that game? Because you're saying it's not. It may be a little bit different. It's not just because they beat them twice.
Yeah, Kentucky won the regular season matchups, but they've been beat up. Their lineup has been different. They'll have a third different starting lineup on tomorrow than the other two games that they played. So I think Tennessee is playing better now at this point. But again, I go back to what I said earlier in terms of like styles making fights. Kentucky plays a difficult style of offense from the way that Tennessee defends. And so Tennessee doesn't like to switch a lot on defense. Yeah. And Kentucky will drive you crazy trying to play them straight up like that. So it probably still favors Kentucky, and Kentucky also has historically beaten up on Tennessee.
All right, CL, we're going to have to run, man. I hate to rush you, man. Can you do me a favor? Come back tomorrow. We're going to talk about it some more.
Yes, please.
Come back tomorrow.
Are you a veteran looking to make a career change? The Department of Labor is offering no-cost employment workshops to help you. Visit DOL.gov, paid for by U.S. Department of Labor.
Listen every afternoon for The Drive with Tim Donnelly.
NC State basketball got their guy, Will Wade. He was number 1A on their wish list. He's coming off a win with McNeese State in the NCAA tournament, and all of that is nice, the sizzle, the buzz, it's great. But so much of it is still going to come down to the same thing. Does he have the NIL money to get the players on campus?
The Drive with Tim Donnelly, 3 to 6 on 99.9 The Fan.
Will you make the right call? Time's running out, pressure's on, and you need your roof replaced. Hi, I'm Holly from RoofWorks. It's 4th and goal, and the decision's in your hands. The competition can't stop you. You're about to score the game winner. We've trained for years for this moment to raise the roof for you. So avoid the noise and put us in the game. Call RoofWorks today or visit us online at roofworks.com. That's roof, WERKS.com.
This is Gordon Miller with Miller Lending in Cary, and I have a question. When it comes time to buy a house, do you just look at one? Probably not. So when it comes time to working with a lender, multiple surveys have shown that borrowers who requested multiple quotes were far more likely to receive better terms when compared to those who likely only spoke to one. So why Miller Lending? As a mortgage broker, we're not limited to only one lender, as is the case with your bank. We act as more of a one-stop shop. With access to over 24 lenders, it's not uncommon to receive multiple bids for your mortgage. Recently, we've saved numerous homeowners upwards of $10,000 or more in closing costs for the same interest rate they'd been quoted. Now, while you may think all lenders are the same, they aren't. So whether it's a no closing cost purchase, our highly competitive FHA, VA, or jumbo rate, see why thousands of satisfied clients have chosen Miller Lending as their lender for life. 919-447-3377, or simply apply online at millerlending.com. Miller Lending is an equal housing lender and MLS number 250-2146.
The Law Offices of Gregory R. Williams, PLLC, is here to serve your legal needs in the areas of personal injury, estate planning, civil litigation, and traffic matters. Whether you were injured through no fault of your own in an auto accident, or if you need to complete or update your will, your power of attorney, living will, or trust, or if you're injured through breach of contract, contact GRW Law, where we protect the injured and counsel the uninsured. You can reach us at 919-282-4696, or you can visit us on the web at grw-law.com.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying, just beautiful.
Whatever you love, find it on eBay. eBay. Things people love.
It's Jasmine from The Sports Shop. The Sports Shop is presented in part by Alsco Linen and Uniform Rental Services. Everyone loves the Alsco Injury Report featuring the Alsco First Aid Kit. So stop what you're doing right now and call 919-828-7491 to get your free personal first aid kit. That's right, you can get your own personal first aid kit for free. Call Alsco today at 919-828-7491. Stop what you're doing right now and call 919-828-7491.
Welcome to Staples.
I hear
Staples prints it all for any business?
You bet, and we'll beat any print quote.
So if I had a pizza place...
Staples can print signs, menus, pizza boxes.
A landscaping business?
Oh, we can print yard signs, T-shirts, brochures.
How about a pizza/landscaping business? I'll call it Dough and Mo.
I like it.
Right now at Staples, get up to $250 off your print purchase. Ends 4/5, exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for offer details. Price match guarantee valid in store and staples.com/print. Visit staples.com/price match for details.
Victor deployed for the first time to Afghanistan in 2003. He sustained a moderate traumatic brain injury. One of the most important elements of caregiving is taking care of yourself.
For many military veteran caregivers, their caregiving journey starts earlier in life and lasts longer. Visit aarp.org/caregiving for a free military veterans guide to navigate your caregiving journey and better care for your loved one and yourself. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
In World War I, American fighter pilots covering a plane's rear position coined the phrase, "I've got your six," to mean I've got your back. Through their service, veterans have our backs. Now we should have theirs. Learn more at gotyoursix.org using the number 6.
I'm attorney Brian Ritchie. Workers' comp can be tricky, but my law firm will be on top of all the complicated paperwork and sneaky deadlines so that all of your I's are dotted and T's are crossed. If you've been hurt on the job, I'm on top of it. Contact us at ritchielaw.com.
Your home for the Durham Bulls.
I'm WRAL meteorologist Elizabeth Gardner. That's a chilly start. Temperatures are 5 to 15 degrees colder than yesterday. We do have a frost advisory that's in effect. The frost is likely to be widely scattered, not a deep freeze. It will be a cool afternoon with mostly sunny skies and high 66. Overnight, the wind begins to shift to southerly, so it won't be quite as cold tonight, down to 47. And a huge warm-up for tomorrow. We'll see a high of 80 degrees for Friday under sunny skies.
As always, you can visit the Sports Shop website, thesportshopradio.com, to catch up on all things Sports Shop. Help put together by our friends at Creative Allies. Creative Allies believes that everyone deserves great marketing, no matter your budget. The team at Creative Allies can help you with everything digital. That means a logo design or a new website. If you're a small business owner who needs a little help with marketing, you should reach out. Visit creativeallies.com or send an email to marketing@creativeallies.com.
Nobody wanna see us together, but it don't matter, no. 'Cause I got you. Nobody wanna see us together, but it don't matter, no. 'Cause we gon' fight. Oh yes, we gon' fight. Believe we gon' fight. Fight for our right to love, yeah. Nobody wanna see
I see the theme. I see the theme today. I know it's Throwback Thursday, but we're going to change it to Portal Thursday.
Transfer Thursday.
Transfer Thursday. That's right. There you go. Transfer Thursday. Shout out to all the Portal babies out there. Y'all do what y'all do.
Fellas.
Respect boundaries,
Don't respect no boundaries.
Respect no
Springtime.
boundaries.
You need to dump your girl. Tell her you're just going to enter the transfer portal.
Get in that portal, baby. Do what you got to do. But don't come back now. You know, why? I know Coach Wade said you come on home, but don't be. Hey, everybody ain't in NC State. Everybody say you can come back. But Pam, y'all take a back over in Carolina. You take it back, won't you?
Baby?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know you think you just like your little hair.
Yeah.
That little baby
They
hair.
call him little baby.
This is a grown man we're talking about.
I'm just saying what they call him at Duke. That's what they. I was like, oh my God, I felt so bad for
You
him.
got the little baby
But
hair.
what happens is sometimes, we say that we want men to be vulnerable. We want men to be transparent and show
It's
their
a trap.
feelings. And then he cried after a game, and now, the thing is Big Baby.
Look, I'm gonna let Big B know come. I ain't gonna even touch that.
Lies. They don't want to see you vulnerable, man. You stay strong.
Don't cry.
Don't cry.
A said, what did you say? It's a trap.
It's a trap.
It's a setup.
Damn sure a trap. It's damn sure a trap.
You want to lose your woman the quickest? Go ahead and cry in front of her during Lady and the Tramp. Go ahead and cry in front of her.
Not Lady in the Tramp.
Yeah. I shed a tear when Mufasa died in The Lion King, and I miss you, Shantae. Come back. That was the pepper in my eye.
Oh man. Bill says, sometimes we want him to grab.
I mean, we do. We want you to,
Yeah.
And then if you cry, definitely don't ugly cry. Keep your snot bubbles in your nose. Do not snot in the.
But yeah, so that's what happened with him. I mean, once he did that, cried, they started calling him baby.
Yeah,
Which probably wasn't fair.
It isn't fair.
He got the little curly hair.
Yeah, he does have a little cute baby. Most of the time when you're a baby, you look like you got good hair for a while. Well, he kept his.
That's all right. That's why I call this my leave out right here. This is my leave out.
If he stop all them damn turnovers, he wouldn't be no baby. I'm sorry.
There you go.
I digressed.
Don't ever cry again, though, sir. You give them a good sniffle and an eye wipe, and that's all you give them. You don't give them any tears.
The professor's on. We're going to be in trouble.
Look, and then, you never know. It's all them damn allergies. It's all them allergies.
It's bad out there now.
It's horrible. Horrible.
Yeah.
I take my allergy meds today.
That's what they like. They like to see you on the brink of emotion and then stifle it away like a stoic real man. They want to see you go.
That's it. Now,
I care about you.
You know what? Now, I'm gonna just want to let you know what I'm about to do is nothing personal, but I'm gonna throw you under the bus. We got Dr. Stroman.
From the basketball court at the University of Virginia to the classroom at UNC Chapel Hill, Dr. Deborah Stroman has it all covered. Now this professor and sports business entrepreneur is about to take you to school. It's time for Dishing It Up with Dr. Stroman and the Sports Shop on Buzz Sports Radio.
D. Stroman.
Good
What's going on,
morning,
Dr. Stroman?
friend.
How you doing?
Good morning. Y'all having a good old time up in there.
We are. I wish you were in here too.
Hey, look,
Yes.
whatever they did wrong, I had nothing to do with it.
Okay. Well, before we hit on the most important thing that's going on tomorrow, love. I love seeing men cry. I think it's sensitive, vulnerable. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, V.
Oh, no, it is a beautiful thing being vulnerable. But I was a little too vulnerable with my therapist last week, and now she won't stop asking me why I said I loved her. So you can't be vulnerable all the time.
That's true. I'm going to drop something, a comment that I heard and it's been sitting with me the past few days.
Okay.
We're going to get back to sports, but I just want y'all to reflect on this. Love is an act of endless forgiveness. Love is an act of endless forgiveness.
That's powerful.
Yes, it is.
That's very
okay.
powerful.
So let's talk the
Don't
big
be
game
mad if you see that
tomorrow.
on the Instagram quote later on today.
The better blue. Duke, UNC women's basketball at 2:30, and definitely don't want to overlook NC State playing Kim Mulkey and LSU at 7:30. Yes. But I want to talk about Duke versus UNC. This is the biggest rubber match because every game is you just throw out records, you throw out statistics. But I think there are two people who are going to make the difference. For Duke, it's Oluchi Akanamwa. The small guard, I think she's listed at 5'10". I don't even know if she's 5'5". But anyway, I'll take the 5'10". She gets inside and gets incredible rebounds. In fact, she's averaging 5 rebounds a game and 62 steals she's had over the year. She won the ACC Sixth Player of the Year award, and I think she even started the last game. But her hustle will make the difference for Duke. And for Carolina, it's Lexi Donarski. She is the three-point shooter. And the way when Carolina gets on runs, when Carolina wins games over the past second half of the season, it's because they get the rebound. Lexi runs to her spot, and before the defense can set up, she makes three-pointers. So I'm looking at those two to make the difference. Lexi is shooting 40% from the three-point line. But this is a confidence game. Both teams are confident. I believe that Duke's bench is deeper.
Yes.
Carolina's going to have to be careful in terms of free throw shooting. Their starters are even worse than the team average of 67% from the line, except for Renaya Kelly. She's doing the thing. And then, of course, UNC has balanced scoring. Who do you stop? Because everybody's averaging between 8 to 12 points. And then, of course, we can't say enough about Alyssa.
Right.
She's done just amazing job all year round. I think she's come back from her injury, and she is determined to go to the next level. But when we think about Duke versus UNC, we think about great rivalries, great partnerships, duos who have done amazing things over the years. So I thought it's time for a quiz.
Uh-oh.
That's what you thought?
There are no quizzes during March Madness.
What are you talking about, Dr. Stroman?
No, I would be very surprised if you all don't get an A on this.
Oh,
I'm going to say the first name, and then you tell me who the partner is, who the duo is, who gets associated with this person. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Ali. Muhammad Ali.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my God.
Partner? What do you mean?
Who is he known associated with? Ali versus
Frazier.
Oh.
Yes, Frazier.
Yep.
All right, let's do another one.
Mm.
Peanut butter and
jelly.
There you go.
All right.
Bert and
Ernie.
Ernie. Yes. Lucille Ball and
Desi.
Desi Arnaz.
Yeah.
Oh, Desi, Ricky.
Ricky.
Yeah, Ricky. Yeah.
Ricky. Come on, Pam. You got to get up with this.
Ricky, yeah.
Kirk and
What? Kurt. Captain
Kirk.
Oh,
Yeah,
Spock.
Cap-
Signature?
Spock.
I'm
Spock.
sorry.
Oh,
Yeah.
there we go.
See, you got to say Captain Kirk. See, that'll let me know
That's
you.
right.
Yep.
Thank you. Shaggy and
Scooby.
Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo. Excellent. Thelma and
Louise.
I ain't gonna never forget that one. I get in trouble. I forget that.
Snoopy and
Oh, is it Charlie?
Snoopy.
No, Snoopy.
No.
Who was with Snoopy?
Charlie Brown. Oh, no, the bird. Little bird.
Yes, the
what
bird.
was
It's the
Woodstock?
bird.
Woodstock. Yeah.
I know that. I like Snoopy.
Yeah. Good job.
That's funny.
All right. Nat King Cole and now I'm showing your ages.
Ooh.
Nat King Cole and
Natalie.
His daughter.
No, that's his daughter.
That's his daughter.
That's his daughter. But Nat King Cole.
Who was he partnered with?
I got a feeling.
Who sang Unforgettable with him?
His daughter.
Yeah, that's all.
No. Dean Martin. Dean Martin.
Ah.
Really?
Really? Okay.
Yeah. All right. This one's really going to ask you to use some brain cells here. Chris Cross. Chris and Chris. What were their last names?
Oh no, don't.
Who was it again?
Chris Cross.
I have no clue.
And Chris.
I have no clue.
Chris Cross will make you jump. That's
Yeah.
the Daddy Mac and the
Yeah.
Mac Daddy.
Yeah.
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 It was Chris Smith and Chris Kelly.
Yeah. I have no clue.
All right. Alicia Keys and
Swiss Beats.
who's her husband?
Swiss Beats.
Swiss Beats.
Yeah.
The producer.
Marvin Gaye and
Tammy Terrell.
Tammy Terrell.
Tammy Terrell.
Never mind.
Eric B. and
Rakim.
Rakim. Andre 3000.
And Big Boy.
Big Boy, yeah.
Big Boy. Method Man and
Fine.
Red Man.
Oh, excuse me.
Red Man.
I'm going to tell about the arena. Man, can you control yourself?
You know what? I can't wait till I get 50 and get some abs.
Method Man. And get on all the shows, too.
Yeah.
Yes.
I got my
candy for
Ozempic
sure.
coming in.
You hear the professor. She said eye candy.
It's just a haircut,
sure.
people. Just calm down.
All right. How about let's get back to our theme, sports.
Yep.
All right. Great receiver combinations. Isaac Bruce and
Torrey Holt?
whoa, excellent. Fred Biletnikoff and
Don't know.
I don't know that one.
Say that again. Who was it?
Fred Biletnikoff.
Say it one more time.
Biletnikoff.
Biletnikoff. What team?
I don't even know what team Biletnikoff played on. That's what's funny.
Raiders.
Wasn't he a
Cliff
Raven
Brand.
figure
Was it
skater? Oh,
Yes, Raiders. Cliff Brand.
You stupid.
All right. My Vikings. Chris Carter and
Randy Moss. Or
Yeah.
no,
There we go.
Warren Moon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
and
no,
Randy
Randy
Which
Moss.
one? Randy.
Randy receivers. Okay, Jerry Rice was known with two other great receivers. Jerry Rice and
The catch. What was his name? Taylor? Was it Taylor?
No.
yes,
no.
John Taylor. Awesome. All right, who's the other one? Jerry
that was
Rice
right.
known with.
I'm in my sports. I'm not here because I'm a pretty face, okay? I'm just
That's
Who else?
hilarious.
Jerry Rice and who else?
I don't- You know what? I can picture him, but I can't think of the name.
Say it again. One more time.
Say it one more time.
T.O.
T.O.
Oh, T.O.
Yeah.
T.O.
Yeah.
T.O. and
Real
T.O.
Owen.
obviously.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then the last one, not sports. Buzz Lightyear and
Woody.
Woody.
Woody, yes.
Toy Story.
Yeah.
The favorite movie of all times. To watch that over and over again.
I watched a very different version of Toy Story recently. It was on the internet. I'm not going to talk about what site it was on.
Oh, God.
So people in the chat, they're saying Fred Biletnikoff also went to Florida State.
Really?
I was not aware of that.
Okay. Yes, but I'm hoping everybody tunes in. Women's basketball, everybody watches women's sports. Again, tomorrow, I know sometimes you just got to put on your boss button and just watch the game at work. But the Duke-UNC game is definitely one to note. And then NC State with LSU, that's going to be a barn burner. Two of the greatest coaches in women's basketball going at it. And so it's going to be just a great weekend of basketball. So enjoy it.
It's going to be good. Who do you have, Dr. Stroman, with Notre Dame, TCU?
That's tough. I'm going to have to go with Notre Dame because Niele Ivey has gone against Van Lith. And if you shut Van Lith down, it's going to be really, really tough. The reason to pick TCU is because they do have a team full of transfer portal veterans, and but they're not at home, so that's the difference.
Yeah,
I think the pesky play of Hannah Hidalgo will be enough to disrupt Van Lith.
I can't wait to see them play each other again.
Pesky play. I'm not a big fan. Van Lith is always she's good, but I don't think she rises to the occasion.
She one of them transfer
babies.
babies.
Yeah, she's a transfer baby.
Go from Louisville to LSU, now to TCU.
She a transfer baby.
I really am not going to be able to get rid of the phrase transfer baby out of my head now. That is stuck in there.
Transfer baby. She can't commit.
Well, one thing I noticed when TCU...
girls and guys who can't commit, transfer babies.
I like that. When Louisville lost to TCU, I was watching to see if Van Lith would hug her former coach, Jeff Waltz, and they did not. They did a very, a handshake, but they just walked right by each other. So there's definitely some bad blood there. It's really sad because he developed her for her first 3 years, and then I don't know. Hopefully one day they can do forgiveness, right? Endless
that love,
forgiveness.
Absolutely. Because when I interviewed for the ACC tip-off the year that she left, we had got notes that we were not allowed to even ask him about her.
Wow.
I think it says a lot about a person's character, the level of petty that they hold. It speaks a lot. To me, it tells me a lot about the person. It just really does.
I agree with you, but even more so when you're talking about a young person,
right?
And then an adult, a grown-up, right?
Yeah.
As we've talked about, the prefrontal cortex of the brain does not fully develop until age 26, 27. And so young people are going to do some crazy things.
That's right.
And so we have to be understanding and forgive them, for they know not what they do.
That's right. And what's your quote again before you leave? Love.
Endless.
Oh, love is an act of endless forgiveness.
Louisville coaches got to learn that too.
I want to say I put that in the chat and Instagram, and they went crazy. So I'm definitely going to use that in my next relationship.
You got to give Dr. Strowman a shout out.
Next time, Dr.
He's
Strowman.
on live.
Next time I'm in a jam with my baby. Love is an act of endless forgiveness.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
We got to put this behind us.
And she gonna say, I'm still getting in the portal. All right, Dr. Stroh, we got to go. Thank you so much. Appreciate you for calling in.
All right. Have a great day. Great weekend.
All right. Take care.
You too. Thank you so much.
A-Town, what you have for me?
Metrics is your premier golfing destination in North Raleigh. Metrics Indoor Golf offers North Raleigh golfers a state-of-the-art facility designed for practice, play, and learning. Their modern high-tech venue is accessible to everyone, from dedicated players to casual golfers, creating a welcoming environment for those seeking leagues and camaraderie. They provide tailored membership options and affordable rates, ensuring that everyone can enjoy their facilities. With scheduled booking, both member and non-member leagues, and a full TV entertainment package at the bar, there's something for everyone to enjoy. The club features full club fitting capabilities through Callaway Golf, ensuring you have the right equipment to enhance your game and access to industry-leading instruction by Dan Alton. Whether you practice once a week or looking to hone your skills all month long, Metrics Indoor Golf has you covered. To learn more, visit metricsindoorgolf.com or call 984-299-7999.
Man, it was endless yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't an act of endless forgiveness, as Dr. Stroman just mentioned. It was just endless. He couldn't stop talking about it. LeBron James couldn't stop talking. He got an issue. He talks about his relationship with Michael Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
He talks about what happened between he and Stephen A. Smith.
Mm-hmm.
He talks about you media people. You people.
He talk about you.
You done got too comfortable. You done got too big for your britches. You done got too comfortable for yourselves.
Mm-hmm.
He said it's ridiculous to think that he couldn't play in the 70s. And he also talks about people like Stephen A. and others who cover the game and don't know what the hell they're talking about.
Never played.
We're going to dig into all of that next on the Sports Show. Let's go.
Reese and Kmac, covering sports the way real fans talk about it. The Sports Shop on Buzz Sports Radio.
Listen every afternoon for The Drive with Tim Donnelly.
NC State basketball got their guy, Will Wade. He was number 1A on their wish list. He's coming off a win with McNeese State in the NCAA tournament, and all of that is nice, the sizzle, the buzz, it's great, but so much of it is still going to come down to the same thing. Does he have the NIL money to get the players on campus?
The Drive with Tim Donnelly, 3 to 6 on 99.9 The Fan.
What could you do with an extra $75,000 right now, or even a couple $100,000? If you own a home, you can get that money in less than a week with Loan Pronto. Hey, it's Dennis Cox. Loan Pronto is the leader in quickly converting your home equity into cold, hard cash. You can pay off all your credit cards or start that home remodel. Loan Pronto has several easy options to let you access the cash from your home. There's virtually no paperwork, no cumbersome process, no junk fees, and often no appraisal. Listen. The average homeowner now has over $300,000 in equity. That's your money. Use it. One client got $150,000 out and paid off all their credit cards, 2 car loans, and a personal loan, cutting their monthly expenses by $1,500. You can get approved in as little as 1 day. So act now with no hard credit pull up front. LoanPronto.com, 919-381-1760. Get the money you need for anything. 919-381-1760, LoanPronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Happy New Year to all cigar smokers of the Triangle. This is Stevie from the Cigar Box in Cary, and I'm going to start the new year off with a bang. This is the news that you have all been waiting for in what seems like forever. Are you sitting? The Cigar Box Lounge is complete and ready to rock and roll. If that's not enough, then brace yourself for this. The bar is open and ready to serve. That's right, we now are approved to serve alcohol, beer, wine, and anything that comes in a bottle and is legal. This now makes the Cigar Box the only major cigar lounge in the Triangle with the largest and most complete line of cigars as well as spirits. If this doesn't get you excited, imagine how I feel. When I started this project, I had hair and 2 good knees. Now I'm bald with 2 knee replacements. If you haven't been to the Cigar Box yet, we are at the corner of High House and 55 in Cary. If you have been to the Cigar Box, then drive on over, and if I'm there, say you heard this ad and I just may buy you a drink. So get your butts on down and always remember the Cigar Box, where the customer comes first.
Hi, I'm Earl Reese with the S, here to discuss a topic that literally is near and dear to my heart. About 5 years ago, I underwent heart bypass surgery to remove blockages and improve my overall cardiovascular health. My experience highlights the importance of heart health, and I wanted to list my top 10 steps we can all take to protect our hearts. Number 1, stay active. Number 2, eat a balanced diet. Number 3, quit smoking. Number 4, manage stress. Number 5, monitor your health. Number 6, maintain a healthy weight. Number 7, limit your alcohol intake. Number 8, get enough sleep. Number 9, stay hydrated. Number 10, know the signs: chest pains, shortness of breath, and dizziness, and seek medical attention if you experience any of these symptoms. My personal story is a reminder of the importance of heart health. By taking proactive steps, we can all work towards a healthier heart and a longer, more fulfilling life. Let's go.
Time is running out, folks. I need you to go to caniacsbike.com. Dennis Cox here for the Law Tigers. The Carolina Hurricanes, Law Tigers, Tobacco Road Harley-Davidson, and Shiny Side Paint are all teaming up once again to give one lucky fan a custom Caniacs motorcycle. Simple to enter. Go to caniacsbike.com. Sign-ups last until April 6th. The bike will be given away on the final home game of the season, caniacsbike.com. Law Tigers is a network of independent law firms who are members of the American Association of Motorcycle Injury Lawyers. Law Tigers is not a law firm.
Meals from those years are hard to forget. It was all white bread and whole milk, hamburger casseroles and quiche Lorraines, all with a side of cigarettes. We ate salads as desserts. We knew a party was classy if it had a cheese log, and we never missed an after-dinner smoke. It didn't matter if we were in our dining rooms, a burger joint, or the ritziest of restaurants. There'd be an ashtray on every table. And that very particular flavor in every meal. We smoked for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's amazing that our food could taste like anything else. If that was you then, get your lungs screened now. Surviving lung cancer starts with a scan. Learn more at screenyourlungs.org. This PSA was made possible by industry funding and guidance from lung cancer patient groups.
You're listening to The Sports Shop with Reese and Kmac, presented by Alsco Linen and Uniform Rental Services. Alsco, the worldwide leader in linen and uniform rental services for restaurants, healthcare, the automotive industry, and industrial facilities.
Okay.
Go, A.
I see you, A. A still on that vibe. You know what I mean?
2007.
2007, the year of the portal, baby. Oh, look. All the hits from that year, it fit.
That's true. What are you thinking about?
Matter of fact, they all were born probably this time, that year. All the portal. Shout out to the year all the portal babies were born. 2007. That's where they are. Probably they're thinking they're like, oh yeah, that's right. They probably
was about 18 years ago.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So
2007. What a year.
What a year. Now look at them. 18 years later, they can't commit. They can't commit 18 years later. Welcome back to the Sports Shop. The Sports Shop. Reese Kmac, do what we do. We got the firm, Pam Thompson Smith. What's up, Pamela?
I'm in the portal for midday.
You know,
but I want to keep what I got.
We've talked about it so much. We don't take that. No.
I mean, I want to keep what I got, and I just want to add.
There are a lot of people that get to do that.
Well, that's why you go in there. We're not saying you're committed to it. We're just saying go in there, see what happens.
It worked for Will Wade.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, he held on to one job coaching and got the other one at the same time.
And went for the better.
Look, he's looking pretty good.
Open up your options.
So it could happen. We got Big Vito hanging out with it. What up, V?
What up, though, man?
Staying out of trouble?
Man, look, I've been low carbs, a lot of working out.
Yeah?
I wanna.
Okay,
really?
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, I wanna.
How is working though?
I got some eligibility left. I want to enter the transfer portal.
Oh yeah.
I got some baseball eligibility left. Okay.
Wow.
I'm not mad. Look, he was talking about handball the other day. I said, I wonder if they got handball teams in college.
I think the closest is pickleball.
Yeah, I could sneak a year in that, Pam. Get an NIL deal for handball.
Probably not.
Why not? Well, they did say the optimal age was 18
to 28.
Well, if you go in handball, as a man of a certain age, you can get a Jergens commercial, some hand lotion commercials. We can get you an NIL deal with some. Get Jergens into the portal. We're gonna enter you in the portal.
Oh boy, we can get some money.
It's Funny Thursday.
We can get some money out the deal. We got 8 time behind the glass. What's up, A?
Doing well, feeling good.
How we doing, man? We got poll questions today. I don't think I've asked you so far today.
Yeah.
What we have?
So the poll question can be found on X, formerly known as Twitter, through Buzz Sports Radio, the Sports Shop One. And the poll question: we're less than a month away from the NFL draft, but do you feel like this draft lacks star power? Yes or no? And 100% of people are saying yes.
Oh, wow. We're still at 100%.
Yes.
No star power.
There's only one name in there that's a true star. Shador.
Yeah.
That's the only star. There's truly a star. Like there's a player.
Travis Hunter,
but he's not a star. He's kind of played himself with his woman.
Oh God,
his woman is ready to enter the transfer portal.
He was vulnerable.
There you go.
Showed his emotions.
Once again,
it's a trap.
It's a trap. It's a trap. It's a trap. Look, but I like what you suggested. You give him that one little slight tear, right? That you can dab real quick, right? Quick.
Just to look right here. You got don't touch it with your finger. Don't touch it with your fingertip. No. You got to get your fist on it. You got to look like you're punching the tear back in your eye.
Look, and you get that one quick sniff, and then you're done.
That's it.
You're done. Then you go
compose yourself, brother.
Then you gotta go. You gotta go to the bathroom all of a sudden. Whatever. Come on with something. Yeah. Whatever you do.
Ugly cry in the bathroom.
Whatever you do.
Turn the water on and flush the toilet at the same time. Don't let them hear it.
Vulnerability can get you in trouble. You see
it can.
You see what that lands you?
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Vulnerability just lets people know you can be hurt. That's all it does.
Speaking of get be hurt,
yes.
LeBron James has been hurt over so many things apparently. And what would you guys like to start? Would you like to start on Michael Jordan? Or would you like to start with what his problem is with those media people?
The GOAT. Start with Michael.
Let's hear LeBron James. He talks about his relationship with Michael Jordan.
You and Michael at a good spot.
Who, me and Michael?
Jordan?
Yeah, we're
Michael. Yeah, Michael.
We don't talk.
Why not, you think?
Because I'm still playing. I think I'm still playing. I'm still focused on my craft right now.
When you're done, you think you two will be the only two that can have a conversation?
I would hope so. I think it's because I'm still playing. And MJ's, we all know MJ. Even if you don't know him personally, he's one of the most ruthless competitors there is. And till I'm done, and he doesn't have to look at me run up and down wearing the number 23, and every time my name is mentioned with his, he's like, I don't want to talk to you.
Come on.
Wow.
Right,
He's full of himself.
Bro, you put yourself in the same group. Come on, bro. Bro, really? Really? I'm gonna ask our resident agent for LeBron James.
I'm not the resident agent. I'm the agent of truth.
Okay, so give us the truth.
Come on.
What was wrong with what he said? Literally every time LeBron does something, it's Michael Jordan this, Michael Jordan that. Is that not true?
But come on, but you don't. In the words of the earliest, you don't say that. You don't say, hey, look, man, I don't read that dude really don't want to talk to me because every time he sees me running down the court with his jersey on, he knows that I'm coming after all of his stuff.
Right.
That's true.
I'm that dude.
But when you play 20 years
that's why he don't want to talk to me. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's why he don't want to talk to me because he know I'm that dude.
But
that's what LeBron is saying.
He raised a good point, though. He's running up and down the court wearing his number. And I think Michael Jordan always had that one. Because you remember that old cartoon back in the day, All-Stars, with Wayne Gretzky, Bo Jackson, and Mike?
Yeah.
So I think Michael really wanted the number 23 retired across the league.
I mean, I can't be mad at it.
And I think he gets a little pissed off whenever he sees that 23 on the court. He automatically, you could be the seventh player on the bench. You could be the last player picked up in the transfer portal if you're wearing 23 on the court.
So basically what you're telling me is 20 years from now, 23 will be synonymous with LeBron James and not Michael Jordan.
It could be. It's the greatest scorer on the planet in
my God.
a lot of years.
That's why Michael ain't talking to him.
That's tough, right?
That's something that Mike does have over Mike.
That's got to be tough.
50,000 points is not to be trifled with.
Yeah,
I understand.
Your ego is
that's tough though.
Is coming into play right there with that.
But that's tough though.
Yeah, I mean it is.
Like,
but that's how Jordan competes. You got to remember, Jordan competes on an irrational level.
That's fact. I mean, he get guys on the Olympic team, so that tell you that
exactly. He took Olympic glory from Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah, that's tough.
He said, you know what? You got the bad boy. You got NBA titles. You know what you'll never have.
But just to say that you see my number every day, and I'm coming in. Basically, at this point, LeBron is basically saying, I've already taken your number from you. It's just I just haven't finished how far ahead of you I'm going to be.
Right, that part, yeah.
Yeah,
that's tough.
He said, "You lucky if I don't go back to Miami and wear number 23. You're lucky if I don't."
Wow, because I'll be the first one that the league will retire the number 23.
Yeah. So it's kind of like in your face.
Ooh, that's tough. Speaking of that, this is why LeBron don't like us. media people because we say stuff like what we just said. LeBron James has issues with Stephen A. and others on how they cover the game. Let's hear LeBron on that.
Never would I ever not allow people to talk about the sport, criticize players about what they do on the court. That is your job to criticize or to, be in a position where, okay, if a guy's not performing, that is all part of the game. That's all part of the game. But when you take it and you get personal with it, it's my job to not only protect my damn household, but protect the players. And I think a lot of the media, including him, and I know he's gonna be happy as hell. He's gonna be smiling from ear to ear when he hears me talking about him again. Oh my God, he's gonna get home and grab some ice cream out of the freezer and sit in his chair in his tighty whities on the couch.
Wow.
Really, Brian?
Tighty whities.
Really, Brian?
First of all,
We getting petty now.
I put Stephen A. on leopard print draws.
Really, Brian? So, Brian also says the media has gotten personal with players.
Definitely have.
Gotten comfortable being personal with players. Let's hear LeBron as he speaks on that.
I think people in the media have gotten too comfortable, especially with our sport. They got too comfortable where, back in the day, like for sure, you would never bring up Charles Oakley's brother. Charles Oakley will smack you through his brother.
Exactly.
Maxwell. All right. Yeah. Mad Max. Like his name was Mad Max for a reason. It wasn't because he picked you up 94 feet. It was because if you said something about Mad Max, like he's gonna separate your jaw. And there was no repercussions from that. Like they got to the point where they knew like, oh, these guys can't really do anything to us anymore.
Really, Brian?
I mean,
now he talking about smoke.
You
know what I mean? Now you talking about you want to bring fire? Really, Brian?
I mean,
telling you to
technically
watch
you
your mouth.
can. You can't. Didn't Charles Barkley throw a reporter through a window?
Yeah, but Charles Barkley also got slapped by Charles Oakley.
Exactly.
Exactly. It was a different time. It was you. Look, you guys are soft. I'm not saying it in a disrespectful way, but the times have changed. Michael Jordan would have never teamed up with Charles Barkley. It took the dream team to do that. That was the only thing that can galvanize those guys was country. We didn't see them getting together and riding a banana boat in the summer. That was very weird. 4 grown 6 foot plus men on a banana was very awkward, LeBron. Let's just put that out there. So yes, Stephen A. doesn't think you about that smoke. He's gonna talk.
Right. So, and lastly, Stephen A. I mean, he really made his rounds yesterday. This is ridiculous. But now, lastly, Stephen A. responds to LeBron about the Bronny James situation.
That man put his hands on me, I would have immediately swung on him. Immediately.
He said he would have swung on him.
That's all you need. That's the only sound bite you need. Immediately.
Immediately.
Hey, can you send me that sound bite, Charles? Immediately.
So, are you guys laughing because you believe that? Do you believe that he would have, or what?
That is so funny.
What's hilarious about it?
I believe he has the spirit that he would try, but I don't think he's thinking about how the other side of that altercation is going to happen.
Look, let me tell you something. If it's 2 people I know ain't swinging on nobody, it's LeBron James and Stephen A. Neither one of them swinging on nobody.
Immediately.
Like, even for him to say it makes me laugh.
Right.
For LeBron to insinuate it makes me laugh. I'm like, you two? You two. You the 2 people that's gonna swing on somebody.
I've heard threats from very dangerous men before.
Get out of here.
I didn't believe that.
So for the LeBron's fan in the room, what are you thinking about that?
Oh my God, I'm gonna swing on it. You ain't swinging on
He gonna
nobody.
swing on him.
Well, LeBron on Instagram posted some glove work from Stephen A. last night.
Wow.
I don't know if you saw that, but
I remember that.
More and more petty.
What is this, Drake Kendrick Lamar?
Yes.
They're gonna do a song next.
The bag was winning in that fight between Stephen A. The bag was definitely winning.
Oh man, I'm gonna swing on him.
Immediately.
Oh, boy.
When Stephen A. was punching that bag, it looked like one of those old 1960 Jack LaLanne videos with the 11 gloves where they got you in the machine. And
Oh, man. If you can't laugh at it, it's really funny to me.
Yeah, we'll see what happens today.
Hopefully nothing. Hopefully we don't have to talk about it again. I wish he would say so. I'm going to swing. You're not swing.
I'll swing on him immediately. Hey, I'm serious. I need that sound bite. I want to be able to press a button. I will swing on him immediately.
Stephen A. with a pink suit on swinging on somebody. Come on, man. Stop.
I can't see that.
LeBron James wearing a kilt swinging on somebody. Stop. You two stop. Stop it. Stop.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous.
Stop it. Man, when we come back on the other side, we got to take this last break. We come back on the other side. We get a chance to talk to somebody that's sensible.
Right.
Somebody that know what they're talking about. We have Coach Andy Woodard is going to be joining us. We're going to talk a little high school basketball, state championships, and a young lady from the UConn Huskies who's, currently playing right now, Sarah Strong, who actually attended the school that he went to.
Okay.
I mean, that he coaches at. Next on the Sports Show. Let's go.
It's a Vibe, the Sports Shop on Buzz Sports Radio and WRAL Sports Plus TV.
Listen every afternoon for The Drive with Tim Donnelly.
NC State basketball got their guy, Will Wade. He was number 1A on their wish list. He's coming off a win with McNeese State in the NCAA tournament, and all of that is nice, the sizzle, the buzz, it's great. But so much of it is still going to come down to the same thing. Does he have the NIL money to get the players on campus?
The Drive with Tim Donnelly, 3 to 6 on 99.9 The Fan.
Hi, this is Earl Reese, host of the Sports Shop. Did you know Alsco is the worldwide leader in napkin, placemat, and tablecloth rental? Alsco linen comes with the NSF hygienically clean stamp of approval. Why would you wipe your face with any other napkin? Let Alsco help you set the table at your restaurant today. Call 800-408-0208 or visit alsco.com. That is ALSCO.com.
We all want more of a North Carolina. More boundless views, more adventures in the outdoors, and more clean roads to get there. But to get more, we have to do less. Less littering, that is. Make it your nature to trash your trash and keep NC clean. And we'll all have more reasons to love North Carolina. Litter less, get more. For more on the 7 outdoor NC Leave No Trace principles, visit OutdoorNC.com. Sponsored by the North Carolina Association of Broadcasters and Visit North Carolina, a part of the Economic Development Partnership of North Carolina in cooperation with this station.
Is your business looking to reach a wider audience? Look no further than the Sports Shop Radio Show. Our show is the fastest growing and most active sports talk show on the air today. And advertising with the Sports Shop has the potential to greatly benefit your business. Not only is our show fun, we also cover a wide range of sports topics and have amazing connections with mega sports stars. Plus, we feature cultural references and influences with sound effects and great music from the last 50 years. The Sports Shop Radio Show is designed for anyone who loves sports, and as a business, you can take advantage of this by placing ads on our show to reach a large number of potential customers. Remember, in radio advertising, good ratings and listeners do count. The hosts, Reese and Kmac, along with a wide array of regular and special guests, engage in real talk about real sports for real fans. Reach out today to place your ad with the Sports Shop and take your business to new heights. Email us at info@thesportshopradio.com or call 919-890-6200.
It's time to get that brand new Buick you've been wanting. It's the Buick Savings Event at Wilkinson Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC in Sanford. Up to $3,000 in discounts are available on all remaining Buicks. Plus, a GM purchase allowance and 0.9% financing is available for 36 months. All topped off with deferred monthly payments for 90 days. See dealer for full details. Buick, exceptional by design. Hurry to Wilkinson Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC in Sanford or online at wilkinsoncars.com.
This is Kmac. You're tuned into the Sports Shop, where we go beyond the game and delve into the heart of what truly matters. It's time to talk about men's mental health. We're a community with a way of life that brings together family, friends, and fans to discuss the thrill of the big game. But life is about more than just sports. We recognize that every day men engage in various activities that form the fabric of their lives. Whether it's in the barbershop, the salon, or the cigar lounge, these are places where conversations flow freely, friendships are forged, and bonds are strengthened. Today, we want to remind all men out there that it's okay to talk about more than just the game. Your mental health matters. We understand that life can throw curveballs and sometimes pressure can become overwhelming. It's important to remember that seeking help is a sign of strength and not weakness. If you or someone you know is struggling with their mental health, don't hesitate to reach out. There are resources available to provide support, guidance, and understanding. This is the Sports Shop, reminding you that your mental health is just as important as a game-winning touchdown or shot. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other. Your mental health matters. Let's go.
Hey, son. How are you feeling?
I'm fine, Pops.
What's on your mind?
I can't explain it. Navigating without a compass, eyes waiting, started to wonder. Metamorphosis, loss of who you thought you was.
When your kid can't find the language, help them find the lyrics. Listen to the Sound It Out album and get tips and tools to start a conversation at sounditouttogether.org. Brought to you by Ad Council and Pivotal Ventures.
Hello? I'm a Marine. It took me a long time to make this call.
If you or a veteran in your life is experiencing thoughts of suicide, dial 988, then press 1 to reach the Veterans Crisis Line.
I'm attorney Brian Ritchie. Big truck accidents can cause life-changing injuries, and life-changing injuries deserve life-changing money. I know big truck wrecks, and I know how to fight those big insurance companies. If you've been hurt by a big truck, contact us at ritchielaw.com. I'm on top of it.
You're listening to The Sports Shop with Reese and Kmac, presented by Alsco Linen and Uniform Rental Services. Alsco, the worldwide leader in linen and uniform rental services for restaurants, healthcare, the automotive industry, and industrial facilities.
Make it, do it. Makes us harder, better, faster, stronger. That don't kill me, can only make us stronger. I need you to hurry up now, cause I can't wait much longer. I know I got to be right now, cause I can't get much stronger.
You already know the deal. Welcome back. Welcome back to the Sports Shop. Sports Shop, Reese and Kmac doing what we do. That's right, it's Throwback Thursday. Shout out to all the Portal babies.
He ain't gonna leave that alone today.
Shout out to all the Portal babies. I mean, it's 2007. You know what I mean? We were in 2007. That's their year.
That's when they were
You know what I mean? That was their year. You know, and they still look, and they're still being impactful today.
That's right.
All 1,600 of them. All 1,600 of them. We got the Fern, Pam Thompson-Smith. What's up, Pamela?
Good morning.
Staying out of trouble?
Yes.
Okay. Well, we're gonna find out in a minute. We got a special guest, so we're gonna see if we can keep you out of trouble.
Yes.
Hey, Tom. Before we go to our guest, what do you have for mental poll questions?
So the poll question can be found on X, formerly known as Twitter, through Buzz Sports Radio, the Sports Shop 1. And the poll question: we're less than a month away from the NFL draft, but do you feel this draft lacks star power, yes or no? And 100% of people are saying yes.
Outstanding. Wow. Man, we talked about it earlier in the week, and the topic came up about Sarah Strong, and she went to school at Grace Christian, and then we started talking about Grace Christian, and then we found out we know people at Grace Christian.
That's right.
Then we found out that they're the 3A champion. Grace Christian is, and then we said, well, let's get the coach on to talk about it. Man, we have the basketball coach for Grace Christian right here in Sanford, North Carolina, Coach Andy Woodard. Welcome to the show, Coach.
Good morning. Yeah, he didn't give the whole story. I was like, Andy, that's like my nephew. Like his mom was my friend. They were like, you're right.
Pam.
So thank you, Andy.
Pam, this segment's about him.
For coming. Yeah.
It's not about you. Okay.
Now you got to take me to lunch.
No, Reese got to take you to lunch. He didn't believe you.
They didn't believe me.
He didn't believe
They didn't believe you?
They didn't believe me.
You came through, though.
I came through for him right here.
He said Wednesday. I said Thursday if it was okay with you, Coach. So I appreciate you coming in on Thursday.
Not a problem at all.
Yeah.
Not a problem.
We
Not
are
a problem.
excited. Tell us a little bit about this 3A state championship not too long ago.
Right. So, we came into the season, again, missing probably the best player that I've ever seen girls basketball play in the state of North Carolina. I would probably say maybe in the country with my own eyes, as long as I've been in girls basketball for like the last 15 years. She's a special kid. She can play every position. She's a great leader. And, coming into this season at Grace Christian, we needed to, refill our cup, So we came in, we had a couple high-powered kids, and everybody worked together. And, we just got it. We was able to get it done.
That's awesome. And we're talking about replacing Sarah Strong.
Well, there's no replacing Sarah Strong.
Right.
There's no
You're
replacing.
exactly right about that.
There's no replacing her. But, we have some kids, have a couple sophomores that was able to come in. One in Jordan Speller, she's a 4-star guard out of the state of North Carolina. She's awesome. I mean, you know, she's ranked I think number 20 in the country, ESPN.
Mm-hmm.
Have another girl, young lady. Her name is Kendall English. You know, she's a 6'3" forward, and she's highly recruited. She has some offers from Boston College, Wake Forest, you know, and currently making her making her mark at the school.
That's awesome.
Yeah, making her mark at the school. And I have some young talent too. I have a middle school girl that's pretty good. And she was in 7th grade. She actually played on my team this year. Her name is Aubriana Shogreen. So she played on my team, and then, you know, we just filled the gaps. I had some wonderful seniors. They was able to come in and lead and do what they need to do, and we just put it all together.
That's awesome.
You know? Outstanding. We're talking with Coach Andy Woodard for Grace Christian. And we're talking, you know, of course, you're the 3A state championship. You know, we been remiss that we didn't talk about that.
Yes.
But I want to talk a little bit about, because we coming up on a little time here, I want to talk about being a part of the AAU, I guess, feeder system. A lot of people, everybody knows about AAU. It's got good things, reviews, bad reviews, all the time. But we consistently see great coaches and people have great impacts, and have people like Cheryl Strong and others that come out of some of the programs. And you would just talk about how many, you know, athletes that are currently playing right now, championships, getting ready for this NCAA championship that came through some of the programs, one of the programs that you were part of. Talk about that aspect of the game and how important it is for kids as they kind of move through and progress to get to the next level.
So it's very important for kids to find good situations, right? And when I mean good situations, it's the recruitment process has changed. So many kids, I think we're in an era now where so many kids are so skilled, right, in America, but the IQ, right, the IQ of the kids. And it goes to show a lot of these kids, they play these AAU programs and different stuff, and they go sit. 2 years they sit, transfer portal. Then you hear about them when they're a senior. So what we do with the program I'm affiliated with is called FBC United. All right, my guy Mo is out of Atlanta. He's our national director out of Atlanta. We run more of a college prep program, right? So just for instance, you know, I was telling you guys a couple of years ago, you had Zamaria Jones, Jelani Cambridge, Joyce Edwards, all on the same team. You know, all on the same team. And, you know, from that, Raven Johnson,
yes,
Cordoza, right, Ashlyn Watkins, all these kids able to coexist. So what we believe in is if you want to get recruited at the top level, if you're on the court with good kids all around you, then you have no other choice. All these kids come in, they're not averaging 25 a game. You know, on the AAU circuit, some of them averaging 12, 13 a game. Everybody doing their part, right? So, you know, it's different levels. But, you know, if we're talking about it, you know, Sarah and, you know, her dad, Danny, they did it different, you know, different than I've ever seen it, ever.
Okay.
Never seen it like this before with them, you know, and knowing him and competing against them, he was able to just get those girls, a group of girls, and just cook. And she got good and made everybody better. So that's why I said earlier, there's no replacing a kid like her.
Right.
She made everybody better. Playing against her and competing against them was, you couldn't prepare for it. So, you know, when you're going into the process of AAU, I would tell any parent, I would tell any child, make sure in a situation where you can develop before you start getting recruited. Because college coaches don't want babies. That's what they call babies. Right. They don't want babies.
That's right. That's
we
right.
don't have to. I mean, it's just like actually attending college.
Right. Yeah.
They will prefer, you know, some things you already have and you've mastered before you even attend college, because it's a short period of time and they're trying to get a lot of things done, and they don't want to have to cover things that you should have done 2 years before, or a year and a half before, what have you, because you're automatically going to be a year and a half behind in progression in sports. We need you to produce now.
Right.
We need you to produce now. That's the reason that you're here.
And these coaches, their job is on the line.
Yeah, because I need you to produce now.
Yeah.
Yeah, their job's on the line. Like you see, you know, Keats from NC State. Like,
That's
you know,
right.
last year he made a big run, and this year it's like, hey man, what's going on? So,
Right.
you know,
What have you done for me lately?
What have you done for me lately? Yeah.
And
And the NIL, the money.
Yeah.
The money. Right.
So talking about the money, being around, you know, because there's all types of conversations about high school kids now getting NIL money, and, you know, where it starts, how it starts, you know, and then the money that's in some of the AAU programs, how does that, like, How pervasive is it now, and how young does this process start talking about worrying about the money?
I think the talk is more than the reality, right? Like, I can't tell you right now. I'm in it heavy. I can't tell you right now. I couldn't count 5 kids that's getting NIL money in high school. I don't know 5.
Wow.
And I know some of the top players in the country.
Wow.
So
that's an interesting narrative, because if you were to listen to all of the media people and all of the press and all the people complaining, the legislature, you would think that, it's being handed out like it was free.
Right.
So the thing is this, right? You got to really break it down, and there's so much misinformation, correct? So NIL, right? Name, image, likeness.
Right.
The first thing you got to have is a name. And your name, your badge is your Instagram.
Right. Because you don't even have a driver's license. You ain't got no name.
Exactly. You can't have, but you can't have 500 followers.
Yeah.
And they want you to have an NIL. You don't have an impact.
Right.
So if, let's say, you guys wanted to say, hey, for the sports shop, I want one of your athletes to be the NIL athlete, right? All right. You would want somebody with 20,000 followers.
Right.
Because when she posts your stuff, you want your market to go up.
That's right.
Right?
Right.
Some of these kids have 1,000 followers and they're talking about an NIL deal.
No, they're not going to get it.
Yeah, it doesn't work like that.
Oh, my God.
It doesn't work like that.
But before I let you go, also, I guess the biggest difference, because you played college basketball and also played overseas, and so 2009 in that era, so the big difference now is the NIL. But how do you adjust with coaching players at these different levels with all of these distractions, real quickly?
Well, the thing that I try to tell all these kids is, let's try to get you in a position to invest this money, because this money won't last. Like $2 million is not going to retire you, right?
That's right.
It's not going to retire
That's
you.
what Kmac been saying.
It's not going to retire you. It's not going to retire you.
Bro, you still going to have to work, bro. I got to bring the news to you. I hate to break the news to you. You got to work.
Yeah, you got to work. You do got to work. And I heard you guys, I think the poll question is about the NFL draft also, right?
Yep.
So it's also a kid, shed some light on him, Desmond Evans. He played basketball for me. He's from my neighborhood in Sanford.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
He was the number 1 player in, 2019. He's the number 1 football player overall. And he was at UNC now. He just graduated defensive end. So we just had his pro day the other day.
Yep.
And,
you did. That's right.
Yeah, so he's headed into the NFL draft. So, hopefully he's able to make a career out of football.
We're gonna talk about him on our draft show then. We're gonna talk about
we're
it.
definitely going to talk about it.
Thank you, Coach. Appreciate you coming in.
Thank you so much.
Man, it's been a pleasure.
Appreciate
Pam.
it.
Thank you so
All right,
much.
Pam, maybe you do know some people.
There you go. I do.
Let's see you on the other side.
Thank you so much.
Let's go.
Appreciate it.
Do you ever go to the Carolina Hurricanes games and find yourself thinking, what do the players eat before the game? What are their pregame rituals? What kind of music gets them pumped up ahead of the game? How sacred is the game day nap? What's the postgame mood on the team plane? Check out my new podcast, Iced Tea, with me, Megan LaMontagne. I get to talk to people who spill the tea on the Carolina Hurricanes. Listen to Iced Tea in any podcast app or watch the show on the Fan YouTube channel.
This is Gordon Miller with Miller Lending and Carey, and I have a question. When it comes time to buy a house, do you just look at one? Probably not. So when it comes time to working with a lender, multiple surveys have shown that borrowers who requested multiple quotes were far more likely to receive better terms when compared to those who likely only spoke to one. So why Miller Lending? As a mortgage broker, we're not limited to only one lender, as is the case with your bank. We act as more of a one-stop shop. With access to over 24 lenders, it's not uncommon to receive multiple bids for your mortgage. Recently, we've saved numerous homeowners upwards of $10,000 or more in closing costs for the same interest rate they'd been quoted. Now, while you may think all lenders are the same, they aren't. So whether it's a no closing cost purchase, our highly competitive FHA, VA, or jumbo rate, see why thousands of satisfied clients have chosen Miller Lending as their lender for life. 919-447-3377, or simply apply online at millerlending.com. Miller Lending is an equal housing lender and MLS number 250-2146.
Hello, I'm Brian Lane, owner of Sticks and Vines, a wine bar and cigar shop in the South Point area of Durham, North Carolina. Are you looking for a little soul in your wine bar? Do you want to get some local personal service from your cigar shop? Sticks and Vines has you covered. Sticks and Vines is an inviting, diverse, and soulful atmosphere that caters to both